when you're on the aircraft and it looks like Boeing have just put pieces of duct tape on the wing, and considering I hate flying, that is very concerning and quite worrying.
Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Yvonne and this is STICKYMESS17. My channel is all about cleaning, information, inspiration and motivation and my life, and we're headed back to London Heathrow Airport from Johannesburg International. As you've seen in the very first clip, we have had an upgrade and we are now in premium economy, and people have paid a couple of £100 for the priority booking and we still trumped them because we had economy seats and we are now in premium economy. So we're just taxiing now before we head off to take off, and that was like condensation on the wing. It wasn't duct tape, but it does definitely look like patches of duct tape. Now, as we are starting to climb, you'll see patches of Johannesburg. We're flying actually over Johannesburg to then do a circle and then go south. You'll see big patches of areas with no lights. That is load shedding, where these patches of Johannesburg and parts of the country do not have any electricity through a certain amount of hours during the course of the day. So we're just doing our turn there. And yeah, obviously this is sped up because otherwise it's going to be super boring. But look at that big patch of no electricity in that area. Things like ports, airports, hospitals generally still have power. Some of them also work off generators. And there's a lot of communities and homes that have solar power as well as generators that power their homes during the load shedding process. So once again, we booked into the lounge at OR Tambo International Airport, Johannesburg International, and we filled up on food there. So I personally didn't have anything to eat on the plane because I was quite satisfied from being in the lounge. The lounge we went to was the Shongololo Lounge, and Shongololo is another word. It's a South African word for a millipede or a centipede. So I was quite happy with what I did have, but I was super thirsty on this flight. Once we land, I will do an unpack with me, and that is included in this video. Arriving in London. You can make out the Thames in this video and you can see a couple of landmarks, but they're so far in the distance, my camera's not picking them up very well. And you can just see the overcast, horrible weather. It's raining and we are literally back in the UK. And at the point of editing this, we still haven't seen any sunshine. So yeah, hey, welcome home. You will see us just going round and round in circles. This is obviously sped up as we descend, and that is because our flight is actually half an hour early, and we were supposed to land, I believe it was 4:30, 10 to 5. We was due to land at 10 to 5 and we landed at 4:30. If anybody has a fear of flying or gets sick on the aeroplane, let me just say those bags behind the seats, they really work. The staff ended up giving me a wad of them, which I will now use in my car. you can see, my cat is a bit excited and doesn't want me to go because, right, long story short, we've come back from our holiday at this point. We arrived yesterday morning, and yesterday we did absolutely nothing besides a few tasks that we had to do. And one of them was just to relax and recover. So I've got my suitcases right here, which is why my cat seems to be a bit anxious. And I will be honest, she's missed us a lot. Now, as I've said in previous videos, my content is going to be changing. So and I might not have made that many views on my videos, but I don't really care. I've put up a holiday one for memories, and I know people say, oh, for memories and that, it doesn't really matter. But I've done it also to show you different parts of South Africa and things that we've done. But it's my channel and I can put up whatever I like. If you don't like my content, don't watch it. So with all of that said, any products I use in my home is for the moment still on STICKYMESS17.co.uk. This is my cat Pixie, and she just discovered she's on camera. It's so cute. Shall I move it over? There we go. Now you can see better. Look, who's there? Who's there? Who's that, baby? So I haven't got my tripod at the moment, but I do have my suitcases over here and my cat that I need to empty. We did also take a hold all, which stuck to my hand now. We did also take a hold all of bags with us on the airplane, which we had our stuff, and also that with all my paperwork necessary. And at the airport you need to take your iPads and laptops and battery packs and all that onto the aircraft, and then security also needs to check it, so it's all accessible in that bag, which obviously stayed with us on the plane. Now we have already had to unhook the zip ties or cable ties from the bag, so that because we left the house keys in there, and the tape didn't survive one of the luggage tags that we had. So I'm going to go through them now. And also we had the car seat bag with us as well. Now my tripod I know is in that suitcase, so I am going to have to get that out so that I can actually do some unpacking. But as you can see, my cat is not happy about having the suitcases here. I never got round to putting the blue stripe on to the tape, but this is easily peelable to get it off, because this is just insulation tape that you use on like wiring, and it doesn't leave a sticky residue behind, and the bags are easily identifiable with all the colors. So I'll be taking that off as well, off of this one, but I know my details are on this tag, so I'm going to do it off camera. So that's the last little bit of tape that I got on the camera, on the bag, and that's off. This one seems to have survived, and these ones are still from our flight from 2023. Now we've packed these bags incredibly tight, and this one was 21 kilos when checking in. There's a few things that we've got. We've got Lego bricks here because we were given an educational system. There's a bit there of the information. It's by Lego and it's educational. But the lady we stayed with is marketing this, and the system that she's got is incredible. So we've got some random bricks in here. Also, everything is air tagged as well. This is our only bag of dirty laundry. So we did really well, and Peter, the chap we were staying with right at the end, did all our washing for us, and so that is only the day's clothes that we were wearing. Our vanity bag also needs to be emptied, and we also went swimming before we left. We tried to dry it out as best we can, but the swimming costumes are ever so slightly damp, so they obviously need to come out. Everything's going to come out of the suitcase, but for the moment I'm just going to be focusing on the emergency. I can put this in the wash basket in a moment. The other thing I think I've mentioned previously is obviously we are on a UK plug. So if you've never seen a UK plug, these are the UK plugs. And then we put it on an extension lead to a South African plug. And as you can see, the South African plugs are rounded. So they're the same shape as this, but obviously round holes. And that way we can use all our UK devices or plugs in one South African plug, and it's so much easier no matter what country you go to. Get a plug of their local origin or the local origin and use your country's, just a small adapter like this. Now we have got things like phone chargers and things that are in USB, but but we've also got a tower unit that holds a USB bit. Now I know there's 6 of these that need to go together, and that works wonderfully for anything UK based. And it's also, you can obviously change the length, but the shorter the length, the more options you've got of just hiding it and things like that, and less space. So there's 5 of those. Now I need to find another one, and I don't know where it's gone, but it's definitely in the suitcase here. For some reason my Wales cap got these watermarks, so I am going to wash, and then also like a bit of like a sunburn, so I don't know what was on there, but my cap definitely needs a wash. And considering we were there for 4 weeks, there are definitely things that need to be washed, so they're going to go into my odds basket. Now, as you saw, we kind of ended up at Sun City with our swimming costumes left behind because they're actually in the laundry that day, and Sun City was a complete last minute decision, so hence the reason we have 2 lots of swimming costumes, and they also will be going in the wash. So my daughter picked up this elephant teddy at the Neisner Elephant Reserve, which has got a piece of down, so that one's fine. So I've got my car cradle here so I can go back in the car. When you're feeling unwell, there was a bit of nausea that was going around, and so Marie biscuits, for you South Africans, you know Marie biscuits are the best things ever. We could have got generic ones, but the original blue labels are the best. We also picked up some Nerds, lollipop, and I'm going to have to get a basket for all the bits that are going to have to go downstairs. So I'll put that in there, the Marie biscuits, the Nerds. We also got some Easter eggs. Now these aren't very big, but they are just literally marshmallow that looks like a yolk, marshmallow on the white, and then wrapped in chocolate, and they are the best Easter eggs ever. Our sunscreen will go back into the kitchen as well, because that is there's not a lot left. We used a lot of it, and we did bring this from the UK, but this one we keep in the kitchen, so when my daughter's running around outside, it's easily accessible. Obviously I went to South Africa, so I had to get another, that's got a bit damaged in the bag, I had to get another camphor cream. I brought my sunglasses box back, but I don't know which bag I've put my sunglasses in. These are my travel sunglasses, so they do stay in a box. We did also pick up a little cooler bag. Now I've got big cooler bags, but this one was absolutely brilliant for traveling. I can't even remember how much it was. It was brilliant for traveling. 1 ice block in there, and it kept our drinks lovely and cold. So we will be keeping this, and we will be using it. I don't know if we go on a picnic or something here. It does also say it keeps food hot and cold, but I'm going to be keeping that. Right, so as you can see now, the suitcase is very, very tightly packed, and the other suitcase is also the same. So I'm going to be sorting this out now. I believe, oh yeah, this is a load of wooden puzzles as well, and yeah, I'm also brought back some proper rooibos tea, otherwise known in the UK as Red Bush. There's the other block. We've got some sweets from the restaurants. Every restaurant you go to in South Africa gives you little sweets when you pay the bill. They're always nice, just as a little after fresh treat. And yeah, I'm gonna crack on and unpack this bag. So I've got 3 extra baskets and I'm separating it into each person's laundry so that it makes it that much easier when I'm unpacking the baskets. I can just focus on one person at a time.